All right, I think that is my cue to get started. So thank you for joining. We've got a small group here, may get bigger, but small group or big group, we're all gonna just have some fun. My name is James McCrae, and I'm the Senior Associate Director for Student Engagement at the Alumni Association. And what we wanna talk to you today about is why the Alumni Association is for students as well. A lot of times when students see that it is the Alumni Association, they think, oh, that is for, could I get the next slide? Sorry. That is for alums only. Fun fact, you are technically an alum of the University of Michigan after completing one semester in a degree granting program. But the reality is that the Alumni Association does offer a variety of resources, programs, and just a lot for current students. So that's why we're here today, to tell you a little bit about that. But before I go deep into it, we are going to let a good friend and student tell you all about it. So we're going to go to a video featuring a student that works for the Alumni Association, and we'll let you know about the Alumni Association's programs and services. Oh, I'm not getting sound.
Let's hear from Khalif, a rising senior, as he takes you inside the Alumni Association.
Thanks, Steve. Behind me is a beautiful Alumni Center, which just underwent a massive transformation. And let me tell you, it's stunning. For those of you who don't know where the Alumni Center is, it's right next to the Michigan League. If you're standing on a diag, turn towards a flagpole or rack 'em. The choice is yours, and walk straight. Located in North Ingalls Mall, you can't miss it. Now you may be thinking, why do I need to care about the Alumni Association if I'm still in school? Aren't alumni's graduates? Nope. Here in Michigan, you're considered alum after you complete just one semester of classes. Putting aside the formalities, the Alumni Association has so many great resources to offer to students. Let's take a peek inside and see some of them now. Oh, there's my friend Bagely. What's up, Bagely? Did you know that on select Wednesdays, mornings during the academic year, students can stop by and grab a free bagel and coffee? And did I mention it was free? If you've ever taken an exam at Michigan, you'll know that you'll be expected to bring your own testing materials, known as blue books, to the exam. While these are sold around campus, you can stop by the Alumni Center and grab 2 free blue books per semester. All you have to do is show your M card. Oh, hey. Now this is my favorite spot in the Alumni Center. If you're a member, this space is dedicated to you. While you're on campus, stop on by. You can grab a coffee and hang out in our members lounge. You'll never know who you'll run into. Hey, what's up? I'm great. How are you guys? How are your classes? Great to hear. All right, I'll see you. Well, all this free stuff is great. The Alumni Association has many programs and resources available to help you succeed after your time at Michigan, whether it be making connections with alumni through our regional and international clubs, or learning how to nail that first interview with our career guides. The Alumni Association has you covered. The Alumni Career Team puts out a number of great resources and hosts a number of events designed to help you advance in your career, no matter what stage you're in. Now that's some great advice. There's one last thing I want to show you. That's the awesome new study spaces available to students here at the Alumni Center. While the space is open to anyone during normal hours, student members have exclusive late night access to the building. Trust me, study space is at a premium here during the evenings on campus. And this is a great resource to have. As you can see, the Alumni Association helps Wolverines make the most out of being a Michigan alum, no matter what phase of life they're in. On campus, post-grad, mid-career, family raising, venture seeking, post-retirement, members remain connected to resources and benefits.
Go blue!
Go blue!
Go blue!
Go blue!
Go blue!
Welcome to the Michigan family. This is where you belong. Go blue!
All right. So that was just a little video about some of the services and the resources that we have at the Alumni Association for you. Fun fact that it's not that fun a fact, but our building just underwent a massive renovation, making it a space that our student members will be able to come in and use regularly. Now, we won't be open right at the beginning of the semester just because we are moving our staff back into the building, but our new building will open mid-September. We'll have a number of programs and a number of events you can stop by and see the new building. Just keep a lookout for the Gen Blue Pulse, which is our student newsletter that goes out to all students. You will notice all of our programs. It'll remind you about our blue books and anything upcoming. It'll also remind you about our student membership, which we'll talk about in just a second. In our building, once we open, we will be giving out blue books all throughout the semester. Any student can come in and get 2 blue books for the semester. If you don't know what blue books are, then they are necessary for certain exams. So they're not that costly, but you can get them for free at the Alumni Association. And I would say probably the thing we're most known for amongst students is our Welcome Wednesdays program. That select Wednesdays, most Wednesdays throughout the semester, we give out free bagels and coffee to all students who want to come by. And in previous years, we've served upwards of 2,000 students, sometimes more, but we've got a lot of bagels. And if you look at that picture in the upper left corner there, we do have a mascot that is a famous icon around campus named Bagely, our bagel mascot that you will see at some of our Welcome Wednesdays. Bagely also is the host of our Trivia Challenge. Now, our Trivia Challenge we started last year when we did more virtual programming, but once a month we will be doing a trivia game and letting you win some good prizes. We're actually going to do a kind of a test run or a preview of a Bagely's Trivia Challenge at the end of this presentation. And we are going to have winners. So you'll be able to win this Bluetooth speaker. And so stick around to the end because we are going to give away a prize. All right. So Bagely's Trivia Challenge, that's one of the things we do. We also talked about the Gen Blue Pulse, which is our bi-weekly newsletter throughout the school year. During the summer, it's only monthly, but it gives you all the information about what's going on with the Alumni Association, but also connects you with some of the things going on in the greater world that alums are doing. So make sure you check out the Alumni Association. Now, one of the biggest features, and we can go to the next slide, is our student membership. Now, student membership is a program that is recently started, but it definitely gives you even more access. As you can see, we'll be giving away select and premium U of M swag. Once our building does open to the public, we are going to be open extended hours every day, and student members will have access to that building. So it's premium study space. We also have a member lounge inside the building that will always have free coffee and snacks available once our building opens. So you can stop by the Alumni Center at any time that we're open and get a free coffee and snacks. We're also partnering with vendors like Snack Pass and the M-Den for discounts on merchandise and things like that. And probably the best part about it is it's the most affordable time. The Alumni Association is a membership organization, and if you're an alum, it costs about $1,400 to do a life membership, but for student members, it's about half off for that. So, and you can pay it in installments, but let's not talk about money. Let's talk about all those things that you can do as a student member. We have career services. We have a travel program that we are organizing a senior trip for student members who are graduating. We have an education gateway, communities platform, which is a digital platform that allows for student members to connect with alums in a very informal way. We just have a lot of programs and services that students can have access to now. So again, let's break that stigma of the Alumni Association is only for me when I graduate. Okay, so I didn't mention before also, if you do have questions, you can put questions into the Q&A. So we will address the Q&A at the end. So yes, if you have any questions, make sure you put them in there. All right, so we can advance to that next slide. All right, so here's the fun part, everyone. I told you we were going to do a preview of Bagely's Trivia Challenge. So we are going to do that right now. All right, on the screen, you'll see a QR code and a link that you can, or a URL that you could type in, crowd.live, and put in the code CO 2025, CO 2025, like class of 2025. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And again, we're going to play a trivia game. And since we've only got 6 participants, there is a good chance that you will win a Bluetooth speaker today. Now, if you do win the Bluetooth speaker, we will contact you after this is over, and then we will have you pick it up from the Alumni Center once you're on campus. That way it gets you a little exposure to our Alumni Center as well. The way the trivia game is going to work is once we start and you can log in, we will have about 20 seconds per question. Point totals will be about 1,000 points for each question, but the longer you take the answer, the less points you will get for that. So the faster you answer, the more points you will get. We have 12 questions. It is all about Michigan trivia, Michigan traditions, or Michigan history. So again, this is a preview of the monthly trivia challenge that we'll do, where we'll always have some pretty good prizes for you. And so let's go over to the trivia game. Natalie, will you change our screen so we're ready to get started with the trivia? Oh yeah, make sure you log in to that game. And please make sure you use your UMich email address so that we can follow up with you with your UMich email. All right. So you can use either a device, separate device, or you can go into a different browser and go to crowd.live. All right, game will be starting in about 5 seconds. Get ready. This is about to be fun. All right, first question. The official colors of the University of Michigan are maize and what? Is it A, blue? Is it B, teal? Is it C, white? Or is it D, black? All right. We're starting you off easy because 80% of you got it right, that the University of Michigan's colors are maize and blue. Good job, everybody. All right. So let's see how we're doing after our first question. See who's on top after just our first and our easiest question. Ray is on top with, got 0 points. All right, let's try to go to our second question. All right. In 1977, U of M alum James Earl Jones was the voice of this popular movie franchise character. Was it A, E.T., B, Darth Vader, C, Indiana Jones, or D, Howard the Duck? Is it E.T., Darth Vader, Indiana Jones, or Howard the Duck? And again, 80% of you got the right answer with Darth Vader. Great job. All right, let's go to our next question. All right, U of M's main campus is in Ann Arbor. Where are the other 2 campuses located? Is it Detroit and Flint? Is it Dearborn and Detroit? Is it Dearborn and Flint? Or is it Traverse City and Detroit? All right, let's see what you got. 100% of you, 5 of you who are playing, got it correct with Dearborn and Flint. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, Dearborn and Flint. 100% of you got that right. All right, let's see what the leaderboard is looking like right now. Oh, we've got RC with 926 points on top. RC is in the lead right now, ready to get that Bluetooth speaker. All right. Second place is John. Third place is Annie. But again, it is anybody's game. So let's keep going. Next question. Question 4. According to tradition, what will happen if you step on the block M at the center of the diag? You will end up changing majors. You'll fail your first exam. You'll pull an overnighter studying for your first exam, or you don't need to study for your next exam if you step on that M. Here's a hint. The answer is not D. Don't do that. And 100% of you said you'll fail your first exam. You have been paying attention to Michigan traditions because that is the correct answer. That is the correct answer. All right, let's move on to our question number 5. Now, Camp Michigania, which is owned and operated by the Alumni Association, is a family camp for U of M alums and their families. In what city is it located? Yeah, we're about to get a little harder now. Is it A, Boyne City, Michigan? Is it B, Petoskey, Michigan? Is it C, Traverse City, Michigan? Or is it D, Detroit, Michigan? Boyne City, Petoskey, Traverse City, or Detroit? Oh, yes, that one definitely split. So we got 2 answers for Traverse City. Everybody else said, one person said Boyne, one Petoskey, one Detroit. But the one who said Boyne City is our correct answer. So good job. Great job. Now, Camp Michigania is owned and operated by the Alumni Association, but is also a place for summer employment for students. We also do student programs there like Leadership Connection, and sometimes we'll have student programs that go up in the fall as well. So be on the lookout in the Jinbu Pulse for anything going on with Camp Michigania. All right, let's see what our leaderboard is looking like after that one. That might have changed some things. And it did. Annie is on top. Annie is on top with 1,609 points. RC is in second place and John is in third. It is still anybody's game. Let's go on to our next question. All right. In 2010, this residence hall became the first new student housing at U of M since 1967. 2010, this residence hall became the first new student housing since 1967. Was it A, North Quad? Was it B, East Quad? Was it C, South Quad? Or D, West Quad? There's a quad theme going on here. And let's see. For 2 of you that said North Quad, you are correct. North Quad is our answer for that one. Cool, cool. Now let's go on to Q7. What is the undergraduate library affectionately known as? Is it A, the study quad? Is it B, the ugly? Is it C, UGL? Or is it D, the stacks? Study quad, the ugly, UGL, or the stacks? Let's see if you heard anyone call it this. Well, 4 of you have heard people call it this because it is affectionately called the ugly. I remember so many nights studying on the second floor of Ugly. So It is a great place to study, has a nice little cafe down there. They also do things like podcast sessions where you can learn how to create podcasts. It's great. All right, let's see how our leaderboard is looking after 7 questions. Annie is holding on to the lead. Annie's holding on to the lead. Let's see if Ray or RC can overtake Annie. All right, let's go on to Q8. All right. Current men's basketball head coach Juwan Howard was a member of which famous Michigan basketball team? Was it A, the Fabulous Baker Boys, B, the Shot Callers, C, the Live Squad, or D, the Fab Five? Juwan Howard was a member of which famous Michigan basketball team? We've got answers in, all answers in. We've got one person who said the Shot Callers. I wish that was the name of their team. We've got one person who said the Live Squad, which is also a great name, but it was the Fab Five. 3 of you got the right answer, the Fab Five that Juwan Howard played on in that great basketball era there. And you can see a little GIF of him when they won a championship. All right, let's go on to Q9. All right, according to tradition, if a couple kisses here at midnight, they will eventually get married. Where is that? Is it the Central Campus Transit Center? Is it Pizza House? Is it the Diag? Or is it the West Engineering Arch? Talking more Michigan traditions here. Central Campus Transit Center, Pizza House, Diag, or the West Engineering Arch? All right. 4 of you once again have the right answer. It is the West Engineering Arch. Great job on all of you. Let's move on to our Q10, question 10. Ooh, excuse me. All right. Name this newly built campus landmark located on State Street. It's a few years old now, but it's still newly built. Is it the Michigan Union? Is it the Trotter Multicultural Center? Is it the Alumni Center? Or is it the Michigan League? Michigan Union, Trotter Multicultural Center, Alumni Center, or the Michigan League? All right. Man, you all know your stuff because 3 of you got the right answer. Even though the Alumni Center has been recently renovated, it is not pictured there. What is pictured is the Trotter Multicultural Center. Great job. All right, we've got 2 more questions. Let's see where we are in the leaderboard on these 2 last questions. Annie is holding on to the lead. Annie wants that Bluetooth speaker. 3,317 points. Ray and RC are close behind though. So let's see in these last 2 questions what we're going to do. Will Annie win it all or will one of you overtake her? Let's go. Question 11. Students painting the rock at Washtenaw Hill became a tradition after this rival school painted its school's colors on it in the 1950s. Was it Penn State? Was it Ohio State? Was it Michigan State? Or was it Northwestern? Penn State, Ohio State, Michigan State, or Northwestern? Painting the rock has become a great tradition, but where did it all start? That is a great answer 3 of you had with Ohio State, because whenever we talk about rivals, we do think Ohio State first. But in this case, it was little brother, as we call them, Michigan State. So one of you got the right answer, Michigan State. All right, are you ready for our final question? Let's actually see the leaderboard before we go into our final question to see where we're standing. Oh man, that one brought it close. It is really anybody's game. Less than 100-point difference between Annie and Ray. All right, let's have our final question to see who will win our Bluetooth speaker. All right, final question, question 12. What presidential candidate announced the formation of the Peace Corps on the steps of the Michigan Union in 1960? A history question for you here. Was it A, Gerald Ford? Was it B, Jimmy Carter? Was it C, John F. Kennedy? Or was it D, Dwight Eisenhower? That's right. The Peace Corps was announced on the steps of the Michigan Union on the Ann Arbor campus by which of these presidential candidates at the time? Oh, wow. I am thoroughly impressed because I did not know the answer to this when I was a student, but great job because all of you got the right answer, John F. Kennedy. So let's see how the leaderboard shaked out. Annie held on to the winning spot in number 1 with 4,206 points. Ray, RC, John, and Z, great jobs, everyone. Thank you for playing. Yes, Annie, we will be contacting you via email to let you know when you can pick your speaker up. But yeah, great job. Hopefully all of you learned a little something and had fun doing this. So now we're just going to pop back over to our PowerPoint and open the floor up. We would love to hear from you. Any questions that you have about the alumni programs that we have, about the Alumni Association, or anything else, let us know. Keep them coming because we're here to answer your questions. No questions coming in yet, but we're monitoring it. If you have a burning question. In the meantime, to learn about all of those things that we talked about today, you can email me at jmcrae@umich.edu, and you can just learn about all of our programs at alumni.umich.edu/students. There's links there about how do you get a student membership. There's links about everything we talked about today. When should students go to the Alumni Association for help with summer internships? So that's a great question. What the Alumni Association can help you with is more networking with alums through different platforms like our Wolverine Forum, which is our communities platform. But the Career Center really does have a great resource for helping students find internships. So going to the UCC would be beneficial. Also, depending on what school or college you are in, there are usually different departments that will help you out with that. For example, the LS&A Opportunity Hub has a great internship program to help students figure out how to look for internships and things like that. So when you're looking for networking with alums, look to the Alumni Association. When you're looking for direct internship help, look to UCC and other departmental help like that. Sweet, sweet. Any other questions? All right. Well, we'll hang out here for a few minutes, but that is really everything I had today to talk to you about. Hopefully you will join us for at least some of our Welcome Wednesdays to get the bagels and coffee. You can see in the picture back there on the slide, that's what the newly renovated lobby of the Alumni Association looks like. So we're ready for you to come in and just, interact with us. We want to help in any way that we can. Again, feel free to email me. All the information is there online, but if any other questions come up, definitely let us know. Thank you all for joining, and yeah, go blue.